Well, somebody told me to play Dirt Track Devils, complete all the levels, and then do time trials and reverse this game. It's not confidential, it's got potential. Hello, I'm Belt Buckle Bill, and here are my thoughts on a video game. Dirt Track Devils is a vehicular racing game released on the PlayStation 2 in 2002, brought to you by Vante Un Systems, D3 publisher, and Midas Interactive Entertainment. There is no storyline, at least not one that I could figure out, but that's not unusual for a racing game, so let's not lose our shit just yet. There are 4 modes to choose from: Off-Road Race, Gymkhana Race, Versus Battle Race, and Free Race. Off-Road Race takes you through 5 courses, twice each, with no discernible reason as to why you need to race the same track twice. I imagine it was to pad the game out a little bit. You have to place in a certain position in order to progress to the next stage. Win the final race and you are the King Devil. This is only an assumption, I didn't get to the final stage. Gymkhana Race, or Gymkhana, no idea, but it's a time trial. You race around a track, different to those featured in off-road races, and see how fast you can go. There is a leaderboard, so you know if you are the very best, like no one ever was. It's a good place to test out different vehicles without others on the track, and a fun way to compete with friends to see who is the fastest. Next, Versus Battle Race, the mode I got to enjoy the most because, unlike Martin, I have friends. And by friends, I mean I forced Son of Bill to play it with me. You get to go mano a mano with a chum or unchum in head-to-head split-screen action. You can choose from 2 courses and 3 conditions: clear, rain or cloud, and 1 to 5 laps. Winner takes all. In Free Race you can choose to race any of the 5 stages: National Park, Seashore, Night Parade, Snow Mountains or Rocks. So you can try out different vehicles over 1 to 5 laps and in different weather conditions. On to the characters. There are 6 to choose from, each of who have their own personality and vehicle, with differing attributes such as acceleration, cornering, top speed, handling, etc. Dude 1 is your typical 2000 rad dude, complete with blonde spiky hair, 1 dungaree strapped trousers, and an I don't care, but secretly I do care tude. His ride is the Speed Star buggy, an all-rounder with average attributes all round. Dude 2 is slick. He'd still look cool today, with his leather trouser and jacket combo and slightly undone cropped t-shirt. His car is Nitro Ninja, a drag car, super fast but not great at cornering or acceleration. Dude 3 is a lady dude, a feisty redhead in short shorts who likes to feel power between her thighs as she zooms around on her AT4 quad bike. Great at cornering but not very durable. Although I'm not really sure what that means, as I tried to break it, but no matter how many times I crashed it, it didn't affect anything. Dude 4 is not Guile from Street Fighter, wink wink. With his blonde flat top and camo trousers, he cruises in his monster Hummer with great durability, a poor max speed and average other stats. Be wary choosing him if you are going to play in third person view, as his vehicle blocks half of the screen. Dude 5 is a sexy racer guy with sexy racing gear, undone slightly to show you his bare hairless chest. He drives the Rally Master with poor cornering and braking, but the best acceleration. And finally, Dude 6, another not dude, it's actually a lady, although I guess dude isn't necessarily associated to men and women. Moving on. This blonde dirt track devil likes to race in her crazy truck, a pickup truck. Amazing at drifting, not that I could really drift, but with a terrible max speed and poor cornering. Because I'm basic, I started with Dude 1, and whilst I accept it could be me being terrible, I failed to qualify the first 2 races. I changed driver to the one with the best acceleration, and then didn't lose a race that I tried to win for the next 7 races. I tried a few others in Versus mode, but Dude 5 was the fan favourite. Gameplay is simple enough: accelerate, brake, no reverse, change view and left thumbstick to steer. You can choose to have automatic or manual gears, and whilst I understand manual is usually better, I'm not great at gears in real life, let alone fake life, so I stuck to automatic throughout. The vehicles respond to their attributes to a degree, but I didn't notice much difference with handling, drifting or durability. Only really acceleration and max speed seem to make a huge difference, but you don't really hit max speed for very long, so it doesn't seem to be a huge benefit. They've tried to make the stages look interesting with your classic green hills and tree level, beach level, snowy level, city and mountain levels. There are people and houses dotted around, and the change in weather makes slight visual differences. As briefly mentioned earlier, there are two views, third and first person. With third, of course, you can see your vehicle, which is simple enough, and then in first person you see nothing but the track ahead. Whilst this is good in some respects, it's so bumpy it was actually nauseating to watch at times, so I very quickly stuck to third person. With bigger vehicles, you can see less, so the small vehicles are better if you want a standard chance of seeing what lies ahead of you. Would I play it again? Only if someone else really wanted to play it. It wasn't terrible, but as someone who isn't a fan of standard racing games, then I wouldn't gravitate towards it. But I did get a kick out of two-player split screen. Would I tell my younger self to play it? As above. Whilst I enjoyed some elements, there were much better racing games out there to spend your money on. Would I recommend it to a friend? Only if they loved racing games. Overall, whilst I enjoyed the ride, it isn't an experience I'll be repeating. Sometimes Martin and I play the games, so you don't have to. Thank you so much for watching and or listening, and if you like this content, then like it. If you want to see more, then subscribe. Game over, man! Game over!